Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 17 of the OntheLaulau podcast with Lolo. So, today's going to be a great episode. I have no game plan, really, for what I'm going to talk about, but I know good shit is going to come through. So, if you follow me on social media, if you saw my last YouTube video, you will know that I'm talking about the blackout right now, but like actively, because I feel like we're at the point where this shit is boiling. Like, it's about to get really fucking good because last Saturday, there was an attempt to shoot Mr. Trump. And if you think that shit was not staged, I don't think I have the energy to try to explain to you like why that's impossible. Like if they wanted him dead, he would be dead by now. When stuff like that starts to happen, I'm like, holy shit, maybe I'm not insane. And maybe everything that I know is actually true. And maybe I just feel insane, but I'm not. So if you're having that moment, let's have it all together because I know it's a lot to take in. And even sometimes I listen to my stuff and I'm like, holy shit, are you really talking about this like so openly? Because I remember when I was like, you know what? Like, I'm just not going to talk about it because I just don't want people to come at me. But like, these are the times we're in. Like, we need to speak up. Earlier, I was driving with my brother and we saw a car and it was literally like the coolest car ever. He had a sticker with like save the children because like we need to save the children. It's been about the kids the entire time basically. And then it said tested positive for freedom and vaccinated from the blood of Jesus, like just good shit. Because like essentially God is coming back. The Christ consciousness collective is coming back where we're all in our highest, most divine, calibrated, energetic power. I'm so excited. I have no idea what it's going to look like how it's going to go. I don't know how we're going to fucking get there. I'm assuming there's going to be a rocky transition. And when we're talking about the blackout, I don't know if it's going to be electricity as well, but I definitely believe like you won't be able to go on the internet. There will be no Wi-Fi, no service, no service. Wow, good job, Laura. No cell service. So I think that'll be interesting for sure, but there's no need to panic. Like, take it from your auntie Lolo telling you right now that if this happens, it doesn't mean World War III is happening. It doesn't mean the apocalypse is happening. Like, all those movies that brainwashed you with what the apocalypse is supposed to look like, they were brainwashing you for a reason to scare you out of your pants, okay? But the blackout essentially would be a 3-day. I hear people saying, some people are saying 10 days. I think blackout, no internet, whatever, might be 10 days. But in the prophecy of stuff, it would be that the sun doesn't come up for 3 days. Like, that's biblical shit. So I'm just like, can you imagine the sun not coming up for 3 fucking days? Anyways, there's a lot of stuff. I'm not going to go into that because that's not where I'm trying to go today. But I think 2 weeks ago, I got tipsy by myself at home. Like, my mom was there and my boyfriend was there, but my boyfriend was working on something for me. He's an angel. And my mom was just chilling. And I was just like, man, I want to have a drink tonight. So I just sat out on my patio with my cat and I was just drinking. I was making TikToks. I was having the time of my life. And then in one of my stories, I asked you guys, what is your biggest cock block in the awakening process? So I'm going to answer some of those today because I know that I'm going to see the questions and my brain's going to go from one avenue to another one. And I know that's what you want because I don't know what's going to happen, but I know you want to find out because I want to find out too. So the first one is freaking falling back into patterns. The biggest cock block after awakening for this person is falling back into patterns. And one thing that has been coming up for me for multiple months is if you're attracting the same pattern into your life, or if you're experiencing something that you've already lived through before, but it's just in a different form, different faces, different shit, but it's the same shit, let's be real. I realized that if we're purging everything that is not us, so that is not love, because yes, you are love. If you didn't know, nice to meet you. If we are purging everything that is not us, we need to purge the parts of ourselves that we have held onto that are not the most loving. So if you have resistance towards a certain version of yourself or a certain phase, a certain thing, like you have resistance towards a part of yourself or a part of your life, I feel like we're meant to experience it again to teach ourselves more love. Like, I feel like life, God, whatever, is just like handing it to you, like, here, I'm going to place you in the same situation and you're going to feel the same way. And you're going to be like, what the fuck? I thought we were through this. I want to know, can you be even more loving and accepting? Can you surrender in like a loving way? So for me, hey, what's up? My weight. Because if you didn't listen to last week's episode, which was all about weight, I'm definitely going to hit weight, body image topics again. But I basically shared how weight has been my thing my entire life, and being a little over kid, over what the being a little chubby, overweight kid, how that played on my confidence leading into adolescence, leading into being a young adult. Not good times, you know? And then I had my gym rat phase. Like, I had my 2-3 years of just going to the gym very intensely and like going through my physical transformation, getting lean and toned and shit. And now I feel like I've gotten fluffy. I've gotten fluffy. But here's what's interesting. I actually love it. Like, I do genuinely think I'm beautiful. I think I'm a beautiful, gorgeous, curvy woman. But here's the thing. There's old programming that is trying to creep back in and convince me, like, why are you trying to convince yourself you look good? Like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, what is this voice I hear? Like, what are these lies? Because, like I was mentioning in the previous episode, I just decided that I'm worthy, I'm good enough, and I love myself. So if I find myself back to the point where maybe I got that fluffiness back, it is because somewhere deep inside of me, maybe there was still resistance to this version of my body that I had labeled as unworthy, not good enough, not lean enough. So you make it back to this place that you worked so hard to let go of. Ho ho! Are you able to love yourself still, even if your body doesn't look the way you ideally want it to look or the way the media wants you to look? Can you still offer yourself grace and love yourself? I'm at that point and I love it. Yo, I just went bikini shopping and like, I was like, shit, I know that for social media, people would think I don't look good, but I feel fucking great. I think I look amazing. So it's just really interesting. But to go back to the falling back into patterns, sometimes patterns come back to show us a deeper level of awareness, of unconditional compassion towards ourselves. Because I do feel, obviously, we operate from the ego, we operate from the conditioning that we've received in this world, in this physical reality of thinking that it has to be a certain way. If your ego thinks it's supposed to be a certain way and then it's not that way, it's because you have something to learn there. I don't know if that made any sense. I hope so. Biggest cog block after your awakening, seeing others still asleep. Now, listen, with everything that's coming on the planet, I don't know if you heard there's a blackout and like, holy shit. There's a lot of people who have no fucking idea about anything. Like, they don't know about all the deep, dark, hidden truths of everything that's been going on, who runs the world, and how whoa, it's a lot, okay? I realized the only thing you have to do is be compassionate towards them. Because if you're in your ego and if you're stuck in separation, like, oh my God, these idiots know nothing, it's my problem now. No, it's not. You discovered these things in your aligned divine timeline. These people did not. They're on their own soul's journey. We're all connected. This is, again, more love, going back to unity and love and oneness, just good vibes. If you're triggered by people who are quote unquote asleep, go within yourself and like find out why. I know it's fucking annoying because like I send so much love to these people, but they think they're right. They're convinced. And honestly, if someone is convinced that they're right when they know nothing, like, I love you even more because your levels of awareness are so buried deep inside. Like, why would I hate you for that? Why would I get mad at you for that? Like, you need so much love. You need a hug. You need love. You need God. You need. So I don't get triggered by those people anymore because it's like I used to, like when the whole 2020 situation was happening, I was like, there's this side versus this side. But yo, we all need to be together right now because shit is going to hit the fan. And like I talk about these things, but like I don't know exactly what it's going to look like. And it might get rocky, but like not in a good way. So things might have to get worse before they get better. We need to hold each other's hand. Biggest cog block after their awakening, a partner who is not awakened. Now listen, when I met my boyfriend, he didn't know. Honey, he didn't know shit. I would tell him there's human meat in McDonald's, and he was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I would like, and it was just after the whole 2020 situation. So I was like, "Yeah, I'm not getting it. If you get it, I can't be with you." And then he was like, he didn't understand. He was confused. The thing is, if you know everything that you know, I feel like you have a role to play for the rest of mankind because we're all connected. Going through your own awakening process teaches you so many things about yourself, and you might learn things before others, but they're going to need to be aware of those things too. They're going to need your insights, your guidance, what you learned, your perspective, how you move through it. Dating in the awareness pool, I know is rough. Like, I've been in a relationship for 3 years. So, I mean, I'm out of it now. But if I were to be single, like, yeah, I'd probably be single for a long fucking time. But I would love to go on dates to just red pill the shit out of them. If you don't know what red pill is, in the Matrix movies, when Neo, the main character, is offered two pills: blue pill, you stay asleep in the Matrix; red pill, open your eyes, bitch. Sorry, I'm trying to tone down the cursing, but when I get excited and passionate, it just like comes out. I would just go on dates and red pill the shit out of people. And I remember but when I was single, I was using Tinder. Okay, don't judge me. I remember like there was this one guy. I was just telling him about the Matrix and how like your ego is a projection of your he was like, "What the fuck? This chick is insane." But I love that. I love that. Please do think I'm insane. I love it. Give it to me more. So I know being in a relationship with someone who is not aware of these things can be difficult. It just depends. Is that person allowing you to be who you are truly and fully? Do you feel like you have to dim your light and you have to like hide a part of who you are? Or they love that part of you and they listen to you and they're open minded? Like, they don't have to necessarily have the same points of views. Obviously, when it comes to raising babies, that's a different conversation. But I know it's not easy because there was a point in my relationship where I was like, holy shit, like, okay, can I do this? But like, I don't need you to believe in what I believe in for me to love you. So that's the conclusion I came to. But maybe you're with someone who's not aligned with you, and maybe you could be with someone that's going to expand you more. I don't know. These are all questions you have to ask yourself. And I know there's sometimes hard questions to ask yourself, especially if you love the person, but just be real with yourself. Like, do you really need someone to talk about like conspiracies or spiritual stuff? Biggest cog block since your awakening, a lot of people said money. I know, man. Listen, I don't have a perfect answer to tell you this is how you're going to make money. This is how you're going to receive money. And like, oh my God. Because the thing is, we all have our own subconscious programming. So we all have our own limiting beliefs as to why we literally block it off. Because like we're so tied. Like, anyways, this is a whole episode in itself. But just if you didn't know, you have subconscious programming as to like how much money you earn, how much money you're willing to receive, how much money you allow yourself to receive. Are you worthy to receive that money? What are your blocks, like your unconscious blocks? Because consciously you can tell me, I want to receive all this money. Like, I would love to have millions of dollars. But to your self image, to your ego, that's unknown, that's not familiar. So that's dangerous. So it blocks it off and it like repulses it. I don't know how it works, but that's just how it is because everything is energy. So I guess energy just picks up on itself. It's really fascinating. Oh my God, I stuttered there. Holy shit, what's happening to me? But everything I've learned about money is that money is just abundance. And we have been so programmed to think that like money, 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 we need it, we need it. Yes, we live in a world that revolves around money. Yes, we live in a world that requires money. But this is the hardest thing you're going to do, okay? You have to stop seeing money as God. You have to stop seeing money as this thing that's going to solve every single one of your problems, that's going to make your life so much better, because it might temporarily do that. But there are so many wealthy people, they're not broken, but they ain't doing too good, because it all starts within you. So, if you didn't already know, I am currently working on my third ebook, which is really fucking exciting. I don't know when I'm releasing it. I'm working on it as fast as I can, but at the same time, there's days I'm not in flow, so I can't force it, okay? Check out my first two ebooks at laura.renaud.com, but get excited for the third one because this is literally what I talk about in there. But how The Matrix programmed you to always look on the outside of yourself, and the Matrix being an energetic harvesting system. You have divine and powerful energy at the core of who you are. You have everything you've ever needed. Like, you have all the answers, you have all the guidance, you have all the abundance, all the funds, everything. We've just been trained and conditioned to go against our nature, to go against our abundance, and to exist in lack, and to always go outside of ourselves and try to find the answer, figure it out, 5-year plan, 10-year plan, get your pension, you need to be safe. Money doesn't actually equal safety. You've been sold this concept your entire life that, like, you should chase for the biggest, most shiniest things. Yes, it's cool. There's nothing wrong with wanting to enjoy the simulation. That's why when I see people like, oh my God, you're awakened. Like, how could you want this car and such a big house? This is a fucking video game. Did you not realize that? Like, you're allowed to want to play with whatever aspect of the game you want to play with. So yeah, for me, I want a big house. I know exactly what it's going to look like too. There's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like sometimes in the spiritual slash woke community, it's like you should be fine with just living in a hut. No. No, no. I remember when I was listening to Abraham Hicks like 3 years ago, I had my big Abraham Hicks kick. And I just remember an episode saying, like, you're allowed to want like nice things. And I guess some people actually guilt trip themselves, like, you shouldn't want nice things. Why would you want nice things? If you want nice things, it means you're greedy. It means you're not satisfied. Like, no. If those are the inner definitions that you hold within you, go address them right now, because they're not true. So money is just energy. What do you give away when you go to work? Your energy. So you give away your energy to receive energy back. So it's always a loop, because you've been sold into the concept that you need to exchange your time for energy, but you're never going to get your time back. Energy comes back, time does not. The problem with all of these fucking illusions and all of this programming, like, you need a job, you need to have like this. Okay, I get it. Yes, you need a way for money to come in. There's a lot of inner work that needs to be done first, and it's the hardest thing to do because, like, I feel like there's a lot of layers. But me talking about the blackout, like, I have to tell you, the blackout is happening because we've been enslaved in literally every aspect of this matrix, of this, I don't even know what to call it anymore, including the financial system. Like, the financial system is the most fucked of it all. So they have to shut down the old financial system to welcome the new one that is no longer based on lies and control. And, like, it goes really fucking deep. If you know, you know. I'm trying to keep my content, like, not too rabbit hole. Let's go in it, because I don't want to get banned. Like, I got banned on TikTok. That's enough. I don't want to, like, lose my shit elsewhere. Just go on Telegram or Rumble or that if you want to go into that. But I do believe that in the new version of this beautiful world that we exist in, people are going to receive universal basic income. I've talked about this in videos like last fall, had so many questions about it, but there are enough resources for everyone to have a house, for everyone to eat, for everyone to have water. You have to understand that the people who have controlled the planet did not want that. Anyways, they controlled everything through money, okay? But, like, money is not that important. It's just an exchange of energy. But I feel like we've glorified it so much. And now on social media, you see people who have all this money and they're doing so many things with money, and that's fine. But I feel like when we look at that, we constantly feel like we don't have enough. We're not doing enough. We should have 2 houses. And, like, if we kicked ourselves in the ass enough, like, we could achieve that. Yeah, you could achieve that. Is it that important to you? Is it really what you want? Like, I realized, stop asking yourself how to make more money and ask yourself, what the fuck do I want to do? You have to take care of the inner work and the subconscious blockages. And you have to also be willing to receive that abundance. Like, you have to be willing, like, if you had 100 grand, like, I don't know, choose a number that feels like, holy shit. If you have that number drop into your bank account, you have to know your brain is going to do everything to try to bring you back to your old reality, your old paradigm. So would you spend it all? Would you invest it in ridiculous places? Would you poof, in a matter of a couple months, a couple years, it's gone? You have to make it your new identity to be effortlessly wealthy. But with the new identity of being effortlessly wealthy, what do you do on a fucking daily basis? How do you think? Who do you speak to? How do you dress? If you want something to come, you must be it before it comes. Become the vibration. Become the person who has everything that you want to have. And you have to ask yourself, okay, this is what I want. Let's say you want to make 50 grand a month, okay? To some of you, you might be like, holy fucking shit. But it's totally possible. There are no limits. Like, I truly believe that whatever you ask God, God is going to give you back. It might take some time. It might take some divine orchestration, but it can happen. Like, if you don't believe it can happen, that's the first fucking roadblock. That's the first definitive, like, it's not going to happen. But let's say you want to be the person who makes $50,000 consistently every single month. Now, I don't want you to think on how you're going to make that happen because you're literally going to fucking go crazy if you try to figure out how to make that happen. I want you to visualize seeing all the transfers in your bank account. I want you to close your eyes and like visualize literally looking at your phone and seeing all of the deposits, all of the transactions, all of the sales, all of the deals, the contracts, whatever it is, whatever your business is. I want you to feel it. And if you literally can't feel how good that would feel, there's shit in the way that is preventing you from believing in that reality that already exists and that is available to you. If there's too much shit in the way, you won't make your way there. And this is where it's literally so fucking annoying because our subconscious minds go so deep. And there are things that like even if consciously you tried to pinpoint like what are the reasons I don't allow myself to receive wealth? Is it because mom said this to dad when I was little? Is it because my family was always talking about like money doesn't grow on trees? What was it? Because there's something that was wired into your brain that you absorbed and now it's what you're experiencing. But I find that when we go into that survival standpoint of, oh my God, I'm not going to make it, and you start panicking and you start giving your power to the fear and you start giving, I know it's fucking hard to do. I want you to know that everything I'm saying, I'm not saying like, well, you should be doing it by now. What the fuck? Like you're still stressing over your finances, but like you just quit your job. That's not normal. No, I know how difficult it is. And when people ask me these questions, I'm like, I don't know what your situation is. I don't know what you love doing. I don't know if you have a job. I don't know if you want to start a business. I don't know. Because for me, I always followed the breadcrumbs. I always follow the breadcrumbs that were laid out in front of me. Like I wanted a physical job. I got my first job. When I got the insight, leave, I left. When I wanted a new job, I applied there, got the job. I don't want to work here anymore. I quit. Like I just always did what I felt I had to do inside. Took me a little bit of time, but like I don't know. But I guess it's hard for people to follow their intuition. So that's another thing. If you have an idea, if you have an inspired idea to do something, do you do it or you're still tied down to the fear? Like there are so many branches that go into like finances that it's like personal for every single person because we all have different self-limiting beliefs and reasons as to why we're operating on the vibration of not having as much as we want to have. Anyways, I'm going to close it at that, but if you do have questions about like the whole finance topic, I can make an episode about it. That I would love to do that for you. But I'm going to move on cuz like this is a lot. Cock block after your awakening, it's the pedo stuff. Listen, we're not going to get into it, but that's fucking heavy shit. I try not to think about it. Sometimes I do and I'm like what the fuck? It's really hard to wrap my human brain around that all this twisted stuff exists. And I try not to think about it because it's just going to bring me in a dark place and I won't serve anyone. I can't do any good if I'm in a dark place. I'm not saying I'm resisting it. I'm just saying I won't purposefully put myself there. But I know it's holy shit. Let's not talk about it. Because cog block after your awakening, a lot of people are also saying 9 to 5. I know this is difficult. And I know I'm only a 23-year-old and I haven't lived that long. And maybe you think I don't have that much experience, but I do have wisdom I can offer you if you're receptive to it. This might trigger some of you, but whatever you're choosing, even if you don't prefer it, even if you don't like it, even if you're not happy, you're the one choosing that. Meaning, if you are at a job that you do not like, you're the one choosing that. You have the choice at any moment in time to say, I no longer want this. Thank you so much. But when I'm saying letting go of something, I'm not saying doing it from an angry, egoic standpoint. I'm saying this from closing a chapter, letting go of something, but with so much peace, so much love, so much gratitude. Like, what if you treated this 9 to 5 job that you genuinely despise as this new person that you just met, and you're falling in love with them. Oh my God, they're so kind. They take care of me. They buy me flowers. They make me breakfast. Because here's the thing, everything in our life is there for a reason. It's always serving us, even this shitty ass 9 to 5. Either you're working a job that you don't like with people that you don't like, because I believe that if you have gone through your awakening and you are still in a 9 to 5 environment, I understand that it can be highly toxic for your mind and for your being. But I don't think you understand the domino effect that just your presence can have on other people. I've talked about this in previous episodes, how we share our energetic fields with everyone around us. So by you just being in your authenticity, by being in your light, you trigger the light of everyone else around you. Obviously, there's people who don't like that because they're so unfamiliar to being their true selves. It pisses them off. So maybe they'll come at you, and maybe that's why people are mean to you at work. I don't know. But all I'm saying is, like, what if you just treated this job like you just gave it so much love? Like, thank you. You've provided so much for me. I've gotten amazing experience. Like, don't focus on the negative shit. I know. It's all negative. But what if you just, you praised it and you appreciated it and thank you. But I no longer want this. I am ready to let this go. Like, I just remember I talk about this so many times, but when I was ready to like leave my physical job like 3 years ago, I just made the decision in my brain. I don't know how long, but I'm done. Took 2 weeks. Took 2 weeks and it happened. I didn't wonder how it would happen. Now, obviously, maybe you're going to tell me I already made the decision and like I see no exit way. If there's no clear way to exit your 9 to 5 right now, you might need to jump into the unknown. Now, I know it's a very touchy thing if you have a big ass mortgage and if you have children, but God is always going to assist you. I refuse to believe that if you made the decision, the most loving and kind decision for yourself, to stop placing yourself in a toxic environment for your being, your energy levels would go up. You would feel better, maybe more inspired. When you feel more inspired, more doors open because you're on a better feeling vibration. If you entertain a job that you fucking despise, you're entertaining the vibration of I feel like shit day in, day out. And you're choosing that unconsciously because you think you have responsibilities, and you totally do. But if you give your power to the external, like obviously you can't be as provided for because you think you're the one in charge. If you take the whole entire load on your shoulders, no shit, there can't be some divine intervention. There can't be some magical serendipitous thing that happens, because I do believe that those are like they want to happen for us all the fucking time. But when we're choosing the same thing over and over again, even if we don't like it, unconsciously we're choosing to stay this way. And for some people, as much as they fucking hate their 9 to 5, they're very comfortable in their 9 to 5. They're very comfortable being miserable. Because, hey, maybe if you quit your 9 to 5, you're going to have to realize what you actually love doing. Maybe I don't know what that is. Maybe I'm not good enough to do what I actually want to do. Maybe I'm going to have to face that I feel like I'm unworthy. No, I'm just going to stay at this job and I'm going to keep bitching about it because I don't want to look within myself. And if I quit this job, I'm going to have to look within myself. So I'm not saying this to attack you. I'm just hoping that anything I can say can maybe spark a light, or maybe, I don't know. But I do believe that where we're headed on the planet, people will not have to work 9 to 5s to pay their bills, because bills are literally like bullshit. Like it makes no sense. Inflation is happening on purpose. So we reach a tipping point so that the financial system crashes and then they can welcome the new one. We can liberate mankind from their freedom, and like debts and credit scores down the drain. We're going to get an entire makeover of everything we've ever known. So don't put too much pressure on yourself right now. Just ask for your needs to be met and just express gratitude. Express gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I know sometimes it's hard to get the rhythm of gratitude going because it feels like you have so many reasons to be like, oh fuck, there's resistance. I know. I'm in this physical reality like you are. I'm experiencing it too, okay? But truly being able to be grateful for what you have, for what you want, as if you already had it, all of these things, it's really, gratitude is very powerful, you guys. Do not sleep on it. But while you praise this job that you have and you express that you're willingly, lovingly ready to let it go, what would the ideal situation be? Like, would it be another job? Would it be a promotion? Would it be you go off on your own? What would it be? And paint me a fucking picture to the T. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, well, ask to be guided. If you need that certainty to know what your next move is and you're unable to jump into the unknown because you're like, there's too much unknown. I'm scared I'm not going to make it. Because I don't want you to jump into the unknown, but then you're still operating out of fear. And then like there's nothing that happens because you're still so stuck in fear. You're still so stuck in your limiting beliefs. Like there's nothing that can come in, okay? Holy shit, like the whole 9 to 5 and finances thing is so complex because like it's almost like a never-ending subject because there's so many different layers to it. So last summer, actually, it was my third summer working as a waitress at this restaurant that I had worked at. And at the beginning of the summer, I was like super excited because I was like, okay, cool. Like I'm going to have like money in the bank. I'm going to be working all that. And then I was not feeling prioritized at all. My shifts were getting tossed around. I was getting shifts being cut off from me. I was like, what is this? This doesn't feel good. I do not feel valued. And then I realized this was a mirror. Like I was not valuing myself. I was literally accepting breadcrumbs. Like I waitressed at that place for 2 summers and I loved it because it was appropriate for me at that time in my life. Sometimes there's nothing wrong with working a matrix job. There's so many things to learn. There's so many people to interact with. And I truly believe that like the matrix still exists. Like enjoy it while you can because I don't know where the fuck we'll be in 10 years. But all this to say that my third summer starting, like obviously I was getting over the waitressing thing, but it felt like survival. It felt like the only thing I could do to bring in money. And then when I saw I wasn't being valued with the schedule, with the shifts, I was like, "Ugh, this doesn't feel good." And then I was like, "Ugh, I don't like this. I don't want to be here." But Laura, you need to make money right now. Like you can't just have no job right now. Like you don't have that much. Like, oh my God. The survival instinct was trying to think rationally and like, do not let this go because you're gonna be fucked. Well, I let it go. I let it go because I was like, I cannot accept these breadcrumbs because if I accept these breadcrumbs, it means I am willing to accept breadcrumbs and I don't want breadcrumbs right now. I want the whole fucking loaf of bread. So I texted my boss. I was like, thank you very much for the opportunity, but like, I won't be doing the summer with you as I thought I was going to. I think I worked one or two shifts and I was like, peace out, brothers. And I had no fucking clue. No clue. Like I just knew I was like I can't get another job somewhere. Like if I have to, I will. I am willing to put aside my pride and if I have to find another physical job then I will because sometimes yeah, there's bills, there's things you got to show up. But I was in the unknown for about 2 months, maybe 3. And it was this one morning last August. I remember very vividly. I woke up at like 6 and I couldn't sleep but my brain was already going off. And then there was like a little whisper of an idea of something to do. And I was so inspired by that idea. I was like, holy fucking shit, I can't go to sleep now. And I acted on it. And I've acted on my ideas ever since. And I've got to say, I truly believe it has brought me to where I'm meant to be. Have I faced fears? Holy shit. Like my TikTok got banned and I'm really fucking pissed because I had a video in my drafts, but it was like a diary video entry for myself. It was the day before I launched my second ebook and I was fucking shitting my pants because I was scared. I was literally about to like dismember so many limiting beliefs. Because for me, if you didn't know, I've always loved writing. But to me, it was like, well, who are you to write? What are you going to do? Like you're never going to find a publishing. Like I made it so complicated in my head that I just tossed it on the back burner. But writing is genuinely something I love doing. Like when I post something on Instagram, like I'm not just writing like summer days with emojis. Like I'm writing a whole fucking paragraph because like I want to go in depth into what's going on in my brain. And I genuinely love writing. So when I finally gave myself permission to do this thing that I've always wanted to do that I discontinued for so long because of limiting beliefs and unworthiness layers that I had in my body, yeah, when it came to like do this thing and give myself permission, even though I could fail, even though I could look like an idiot, even though people could hate it, even though I fucking did it. And I'm so proud of myself because I genuinely love what I do. And sometimes I don't know what my next move is. I don't know this, I don't know that. But I choose to trust that I do know already and that the answer shows up within me, within my being, exactly at the right time. And it always does. It's about a lot of faith and surrendering and letting go, but it's also about showing up when it's time. Like when you get the idea, act on the idea. Like there's no point to have a bunch of ideas if you don't actualize them, if you don't create them and bring them into the physical realm. Like it's just an idea until you make it physical, you know? So I just think it's all so beautiful and it's very personal to every single person because I don't know what lights you up. I don't know what you love doing. I've always loved making videos. So, I mean, I've always done this. But all in all, you really just need to follow your heart. And as goo goo gaga as that sounds, it's the truth. And there might be a lot of layers within your body that do not want you to do it because they're just trying to keep you safe. They're trying to keep you in the same image of yourself that you've always had because they don't know if it's safe to fully be who you are. You might get hurt again. They don't know if you're going to lose everything that you have and end up on the street. They're trying to prevent that. But while they're trying to prevent the bad, they're also preventing the good. So, like I said, a lot of surrendering, but a lot of showing up when it's time to show up. And me and my brother, like we have a saying now because I launched my ebook this Saturday and the Thursday I was finalizing everything and I was freaking out and I showed my brother the video. And then whenever we're having like a moment of, oh shit, I'm scared to do this thing, we just say, it's a Thursday moment. It's a Thursday moment, but just take the fucking jump. Embrace the fear, embrace the unknown, embrace the panic. Just trust that you will be caught because you will be. And if you're not caught in the way that you were going to be caught, I promise you, you're in God's hands. Obviously, if you don't believe in God, that's a different entire story. But, anyways, I'm going to conclude today's episode here. I hope you enjoyed this episode and I hope it inspired you and maybe you had some aha moments here and there. I love you guys and I will see you next week for my next episode. If you have any requests as to what I'll talk about in there, please let me know. I love you very much. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye.